Communities built on HighLevel are designed for one thing: community. They're designed for you to engage with your people. They're designed for people to respond back to you, to make posts, and to actually engage inside of the platform that you built for them. But one of the biggest problems that community owners have is being able to post consistently within their community. So once you start growing your community and you get lots of people involved, how on earth do you stay engaged with these people without burning yourself out? Well, I'm going to show you today how you can actually use Content AI to write posts for your community in HighLevel. We can do this using the social planner, which a lot of people don't know that you can use with your communities. So we can make batch posts, we can write posts with AI, and it is absolutely awesome. Let me show you how it works. Okay, so here we've got our test community coaches corner. It's designed to engage with online coaches, but it's looking pretty empty. We have members, but nobody is engaging. So how do we make posts automatically in order to get people to engage with us in our community? We can do this back over in the social planner, and this is absolutely awesome. If we just click new post and then click Content AI, it'll automatically show our community. Now, if it's not showing your community, make sure you've connected it in your social planner right here. So if you haven't connected it, just click add new social, and then you can click add a community. So that way you can find your community group, make sure it's connected, and then you'll see all of the different channels that you can post inside of the social planner. So this is absolutely awesome. And when we go to make a post under Content AI, we just click next, and then we can talk about what the topic or key discussion point is going to be of this community post. So what we're actually talking about. And then we can say, what is the goal of this community post? Then we can select the preferred tone of voice, or we can use brand voice, which is what I'm going to show you how to do today. So in order to do this really simply without the brand voice, you can, of course, just say what the topic or key discussion point of the community is and what the goal is. So we will say that we are telling people to come to our online coaching summit later this year, and we're going to drive website traffic to get signups. That is our goal. Then we can select a couple of different variations, and then under our additional options, we also have who's the target audience and any extra details the AI should consider when writing this community post. So then just like that, we can click generate, and now Content AI is going to generate our community post without us having to do anything besides putting in that topic and that goal for the community post itself. Now, one of my favorite parts of this is using brand voice. Now, if you haven't used brand voice, it's one of the best ways in order to actually have some congruency and continuity across your content in HighLevel. So I'm going to show you the difference between not using brand voice and the difference of using brand voice with this community post. But before we do that, here's our response from Content AI. We have our couple of variations right here on the left-hand side. We have the content on the right-hand side. This is the chosen content that we're actually going to use for this post. Now, some of these are going to include data that you need to include real data for, like, Michael Morgan securing 11,000 new leads. We obviously need to include real data, but this can pull information from our website if we use our brand voice. So this is absolutely awesome. If we want to go ahead and use this, we can give it a thumbs up, select the variation that we're going to use, and then copy and paste into the chosen content, just like this. So if we want to use the second one, then we just click copy, and then it'll automatically show up there. So you don't have to paste or anything. You just click copy, and then it will paste it into this area. So just delete the ones that you don't want, and then we will be good to go. Then we can click continue, and then it's going to show up here in the social planner. So we can select our social account. Let's do announcements under our community. Right here is that post. It's got hashtags. It looks great. It's very professional. We can add a title. And then we can also select if we want to notify all group members or not. And then we can either save for later or we can post it right from there. Now let's talk about brand voice and how we can accurately do this with our brand voice in HighLevel. Now, if you don't have a brand voice yet, you can go to brand boards and then create one under brand voice right here. I would highly recommend this. I actually wouldn't even make content using Content AI unless I had a brand voice set up, because this gives you way higher quality content whenever you're making stuff with brand voice. And in order to fill all of this out, we can either just manually type all this, or we can go to ChatGPT and paste this prompt. But all you have to do is put in your website here, send it to ChatGPT, and then it's going to come up with our pieces of information for our brand voice. And then we can just go back to HighLevel with all of these different pieces and paste it in here. So now we have a brand voice that is specific to our brand, just going off of our website. And then whenever we create our content, we're gonna do it one more time under the social planner. We're gonna make our post the exact same prompt, but this time we're using our brand voice. And you'll see once we have that brand voice and we've refreshed, it's gonna show up right here. And this is going to use all of that information that we already gave it. So we can give it the exact same prompt. And then we're actually going to give it just one variation to do this really quickly. And then now this content that's going to make for our community is going to be specific. It's going to be perfect for our audience. It's going to be perfect for our brand because it's going off of information from our website, from that brand voice that really targets on our customers' pain points, the call to actions, the exact avatar that we're actually marketing to, and it makes it way more specific. And just like that, we have a way better version of this content that it generated for us. We've got hashtags. We have a perfect call to action. We have something that says download the app, which is the specific call to action for this brand. And it talks actually using text from our website. So this is way better for using for our community. And then we can just click continue. We can select our page. Then we can add in our title. And just like that, we can see I am making this post. We will schedule it for next week and we are good to go. This is one of my favorite use cases for content AI and the social planner and the communities aspect of HighLevel because you can really engage with people with very well thought out content using AI, and using your brand voice, you can really make something that is awesome, and you can send these out consistently on a daily or weekly basis to keep your community engaged and keep growing your community on HighLevel. If you want to learn about more ways you can use HighLevel to do things you didn't know were possible, check out the rest of the YouTube channel or the blogs. As always, this has been Andrew, and thank you for watching.